So in my last HomeGoods Halloween haul video, I found a neat Joanna Parker pumpkin bowl. And after that, I kind of did some research online just to see what other things people were finding of Joanna Parker products at HomeGoods. And I came across a really neat pumpkin cookie jar. So Tim, my brother, and myself went out shopping to a few different stores to try to find this pumpkin cookie jar. And we went to 5 HomeGoods and 1 TJ Maxx. Unfortunately, I never ended up finding that pumpkin jar, but I ended up finding a whole bunch of other really fun things. So in this video, I'll show you all of those neat little finds from all of these different HomeGoods stores. So at the first HomeGoods store, I came across this neat jack-o'-lantern pumpkin-shaped pillow. I grabbed it, thought this would be really fun for possibly on a bed. But this little guy was $24.99, which I thought was a pretty good price. I've seen something similar to this. I believe it was on Pottery Barn's website. And so, yeah, when I saw it, I don't know, thought it was really cute and this really fluffy, kind of just extremely soft fabric that it is. So yes, I think he is gonna be a fun pillow, probably for on our bed. Also at that store, I picked up another bottle of, it was Apple Harvest scented hand soap in the Stonewall Kitchen brand, which I believe was about $8. I originally picked up one for myself and one for my brother the last time I was shopping, and I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun to get one for Grandma too, so I did pick up that at that store as well. So then we went to another HomeGoods store because I was still hoping to find this pumpkin cookie jar, but I ended up coming across something else. So I found this really neat, super vintage style, just kind of large, fairly heavy Halloween decoration of pumpkin stack, kind of held by this cute little ghost. Now this does light up. It has kind of a LED candle right in the bottom, and there's just a switch. I don't know if you can see it. I've seen this guy many times in our past trips to HomeGoods here, but I didn't get him because I kind of have a Halloween decoration that looks similar to this. It's not the same, but kind of different finish, and the one that I have is just carrying 1 pumpkin versus 3, and the other one's larger and fiber optic. This one's has, you know, the LED candle, and so they are different, but I wasn't going to get it because I thought it was a little close to the one that I already had. But each time I saw it, I don't know, thought it was just super cute and just has that really vintage look to it. So I decided to break down and get it, and part of it was my brother talking me into it, because every time I saw one in a store when I've been shopping with him, I've just been like, oh, it's so tempting, but I just, you know, was kind of passing and not getting it, but I finally did, and I'm really happy with it, because this will be a piece that I can use year after year, and because of the vintage styling of it, I don't think that this will ever go out of style. So it's just a very classic and neat Halloween piece. So this guy was $60, so I didn't think that was too bad considering the size and the weight of this decoration. But yeah, I thought this was just really cute and will be a fun thing just to have, possibly sitting in a corner somewhere as an accent on a table, or even a centerpiece somewhere. But every store that I went to has had these, usually at least one, a lot of times 4 or 5. So he hasn't been super hard to find yet. and my brother actually got one for himself, so it's kind of fun. You know, we kind of have the twin thing, so we both now have the same little decoration. So then we went to our third HomeGoods store, and again I was hunting for that pumpkin cookie jar, which I didn't find, but I did find a few decorations at this one. Now this was something I thought was so cool. So it is a chip and salsa serving piece. So it's kind of silver in coloring and it's metal, but I'm planning on using my silver candelabras on our table, which I'm gonna have to polish a little bit just so they match this a little bit more, because they're quite tarnished from being stored in the basement. But yes, I think this is gonna be a really fun piece to go with those. And it's just made so heavy and kind of well that I think this will be a really fun piece that, again, I will want to keep year after year. And because it's silver, it's kind of neutral, so I feel like it'll go with a lot of different fun Halloween table settings. But it has a cute little spider right on the front, which I just thought was partially a selling thing for me because it's just a nice little accent. And the way that it's designed, you can actually kind of turn it so I could have the spider off to the side from the buckle here if I want to, or just kind of have him straight on like that. And then the curve that they did here with the hat was just a nice design detail too. But you wouldn't even have to have just chips and salsa in here. You could have some fun Halloween candy around the edge, maybe some cookies, different things like that. But yeah, I thought this was a really fun piece. And price-wise, let's see. So this one was $30. And again, I think that was a fairly modest price for this piece. Out of the 5 HomeGoods stores and the 1 TJ Maxx that we went to, this was the only one that I saw at any of those stores. And I did go through pretty much every section in all those stores because HomeGoods this year seems like it really mixed the Halloween stuff through every section. So you really had to go through the whole store or you might miss something. But so yeah, this one, I don't know if it's as easy to find because this was the only one, like I said, that I saw in all those stores, but I'm so glad that I found one. At the same store, so we're still at our third store, I came across this. Now, originally, when I saw it, I'm like, gosh, that is really cool. The details of the snake and the scales and the little face and the pumpkin stem, it's just a very, in my opinion, well done piece. But I didn't have an idea of where I wanted to put this. And there wasn't, on the table I'm doing kind of, because I could totally see this as a table centerpiece, like a really cool table centerpiece. But I'm doing silver this year for my metallic, and so this wasn't going to be able to work for that. But my brother kind of talked me into getting it. I wanted it, but I just, like I said, didn't know where I'd use it this year. But he said, when are you going to come across something like this and for this price? Because this guy was only $25, which isn't bad for a full-sized kind of pumpkin piece, because this is pretty much the size of a regular pumpkin, and the finish is just very well done on this. It's painted neatly, at least on this one that I got. I'm not sure what brand this is because there was no tag that came with it, but I did see this at 2 other stores. I only saw one at each store, but yeah, I thought this would be really fun for a centerpiece somewhere. So we'll see if I end up decorating with it this year or not. But side tangent, or on the same topic I should say, but different. So there was one store that we went to that had candlesticks that would have matched this perfectly. And I'm kind of wishing that I would have gotten them because they were so perfect for these. And they might have been the same brand. I believe the candlesticks were Martha Stewart brand, and it was basically kind of the tail. So the tail was kind of spiraled on the table, and then the snake kind of came up, and then it ended where you'd put a taper candle. And they had 2 of them. They were $13 a piece. So those would have been really, really neat with this, but I didn't get them. And that I think I only saw at one store. But yeah, some year, possibly this year, this thing will be really, really fun to decorate with. So at the 4th store, I again was hunting for that pumpkin cookie jar, and unfortunately, again, I did not find it, but I did come across this. So this is a Joanna Parker brand Halloween entry rug, and I didn't notice until I got home. I was just like, oh, this is a really cute, kind of vintagey, kind of swirly border that they have going on here, but they're actually bats, which makes me love this even more. And the pumpkins across here have some of the same faces, but they're not all the same. So I thought that was also kind of a neat touch, because if you take a moment to look at it a little bit when you're walking into the house or whatnot, you'll notice that the faces kind of, this one's smiley, this one looks a little bit scared. But yeah, it's just very, very cute. I just love the vintage look of the Joanna Parker pieces. And I did not think I would find a Joanna Parker rug. And price-wise, you can see right on the front, this was $17.99, which again, I think was a fair price for this, especially considering the size, because I would say this is a little bit larger than the average entry mat. I'm sure there's other larger ones, but yeah. Unfortunately, this can't go on our front porch at our front door because our screen door opens right against the porch floor, but it can go on our back porch, so it'll be kind of a fun thing to decorate with there. So then we stopped at a TJ Maxx, and unfortunately, I didn't find or get anything there because they really just didn't have much for Halloween yet compared to the HomeGoods stores. I mean, TJ Maxx is more, like when I think of those stores, because they're all kind of the same, I believe, company. HomeGoods is like all decor. TJ Maxx is like clothes and some decor, but a lot of clothes. Marshall's is almost all clothes, but still some decor. So as far as the amount of decor that you'll find in the stores, I think HomeGoods is like the most decor, then it's TJ Maxx, and then it's Marshall's. So I didn't find anything at that store. But at our 5th HomeGoods, I was just thinking, now this was a store we almost didn't stop at because I'm like, I just don't think that they're gonna have it. And it was kind of it's getting close to their closing time, and I just, didn't know if I felt like rushing through the store and whatnot, but we ended up deciding to go anyway, and I didn't find the pumpkin cookie jar, but I came across the most Joanna Parker pieces that I found in the entire day. So the first thing that I found was this set of mugs. Now, these are quite large for mugs. And actually, I'm going to take these, I think, out of the box just so I can show you what they look like a little bit better. Okay, so the set came with this super, super cute ghost. Now, like I said, you can see these are quite large for a coffee mug, but will be extremely fun. All of the Joanna Parker pieces that I've gotten yet so far are not microwave safe, and they're hand wash only, but for something that's this cute, and to be honest, I'll probably mostly display them and probably not use them too much, I think that's completely okay. But yes, this is the ghost one, and so you have the little face and the neat, the way they did the handle is just super cool, and the back is just kind of pumpkin style, and then that is how the front looks. But yes, this is going to be really fun, and I looked to see if this stuff was matching my vintage orange enamelware, and it does. I mean, vintage orange enamelware comes in a few different oranges. They're fairly close to each other, but maybe not exactly the same. So it was very close to the coloring, and I think will just be really fun to kind of mix in with those vintage pieces. And this is the pumpkin mug. So again, so many neat details on these. I love the way that there's this dark glazing that they did over it, because it just enhances the details of the crevices and these little accent lines, really makes the handle kind of stand out and emphasizes, you know, the lines in this little pumpkin vine coming off here. And then just the way that they painted the eyes and the face. I mean, these are really, really well done pieces and will be something to keep for many, many years. So price-wise, the two mugs that came as a set were $20, which really wasn't too bad. I've looked online for these, and I found online where you can get the mugs separately. So the pumpkin mug I've seen for around $15, and same for the ghost, not including shipping. But yeah, so it was a little savings finding them at HomeGoods, but super, super exciting. And yes, so these will be a fun addition to my growing Johanna Parker Halloween collection. So across the aisle from the mugs, I was kind of looking down the aisle, and it was pretty much they had Halloween on one side and just regular dishware on the other. So I was not planning on looking super close at it, but on the bottom shelf there was another box that kind of was thrown on top of things, and I turned it around and it was these. So I thought these were coffee mugs in the store, and it's kind of funny because we were in such a rush because it was close to their closing time that I didn't really read much on the box. I just saw, you know, the pumpkin and the owl, and just really thought, you know, I'm gonna get these. But when I got home and looked at the top of the box, these are a sugar and creamer set, which is even more fun than some the mugs are cool, but you know, it's really, really neat to have a creamer and sugar. And so I'll take these out of the box really quick. So here is the little creamer pitcher. So has a neat gray owl on this kind of pumpkin shaped base and a little handle here. But this will be a really fun piece, a tiny little beak. This will be a really, really fun piece to have in with my other Joanna Parker items, but also my vintage orange enamelware dishes. And so this is that's what he looks like. And this is the pumpkin, which the lid of course comes off, and there's this little piece of foam in there just to protect the finish. But yeah, just honestly, the face, the little smile, and the hat on this one, very, very classic again, Halloween colors. So something that is just timeless and won't go out of style. And then again, it has the dark glazing on it, like some of the Joanna Parker pieces do, giving it kind of that vintagey look. So yeah, I was really, really excited to come across this set. And so this creamer and sugar set was also $20, which was a fairly modest price, I think, for these pieces. And I know in one of my last HomeGoods Halloween haul videos, I had shown some Joanna Parker salt and pepper shakers, but I came across another set that was just super cute. And as you can see, this has that same or very similar owl that was the creamer for this other set, and then the pumpkin, which also actually matches or kind of looks like the sugar that goes with the creamer and sugar set. So again, just thought this would be a fun addition to the collection. Because yeah, I'm kind of thinking if I put my orange enamelware dishes in my built-in china cabinet, these will be some great pieces just to add some additional detail, coloring, and very, very Halloween look, because orange enamelware is not a Halloween dish set. It's black, white, and orange, so it does work very well for Halloween. So these kind of bring that Halloween mood kind of into the displays. I'm not sure that I'm gonna put these in the cabinet because I'm undecided on the dishes that I'm gonna use on the table for Halloween this year, but if they happen to match, I will, but if they don't, they might just kind of be these pieces sprinkled around in our kitchen. And these ones were $10, so they were the same price as the other ones that I got. Online, I think these are common to find for between $11 and a lot of times $25 for a set. So $10 was, a pretty good price, I think, for these. So yes, that concludes this third Halloween HomeGoods haul video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope if there's any of these items that you're searching for in the stores that you're able to find them. And on a side note, because I didn't find that cookie jar and we ended up going to so many different stores, I ended up looking it up online and purchasing it online. So in the end, I will end up getting that cute pumpkin cookie jar. Probably not at quite as good of a price as it would have been if I would have purchased it from HomeGoods, but still, it'll just be kind of fun to get what I was looking for all day long. Tim was just such a trooper. We were out shopping for, we were doing a few other errands and things, but we were out for about 8 hours shopping, driving around to these different HomeGoods and TJ Maxx and places. And so yeah, every single thing that I got, I'm so excited about, and I just think will be really, really fun to decorate with. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and again, I hope to have some new videos posted very soon. Welcome to my channel. I'm Christopher Heidemann, and I love to decorate. Over the years, I've had a blast sharing a variety of craft and decorating videos. From cozy fall and spooky Halloween to warm and inviting Christmas. And other fun videos including seasonal home tours, garden tours, simple desserts and treats, floral arrangements, and other projects to make your holidays and home even more spectacular.